Students, are able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yesterday we were discussing parabola, right? So we saw what is the rightward parabola. That is having an equation of y square is equal to 16x. Then I told you what will be the type of questions that will be asked. So where you have to find the focus, directrix, vertex, axis, and all those things, right? Now, see, we will do some problems which are based on this. So listen. So listen. So yesterday I told you some points, right? In addition to that, I'm going to explain some more concepts. One is called as latus rectum. Okay, write down this word. So latus rectum is a chord which is drawn perpendicular to axis and it passes through focus. So that is, if you have a curve like this, okay, if you are able to draw a chord which is passing through the focus and perpendicular to the axis as well, then this line is called as latus rectum. If I take this point as A and this as B, then observe, then this point will be A comma K and this point will be A comma minus K. Right? So if you observe A comma K and A comma minus K, A comma K and A comma minus K lie on the curve. Right? Since they are lying on the curve, y square is equal to 4x. When you substitute them, what will happen? You will have k square is equal to 4a into a, that will be 4a square. So k will be equal to plus or minus 2a. So this point will be a comma 2a and this point will be a comma minus 2a. Right? So that this height is 2a and this height is 2a. So what will be the length of the lattice rectum? So this is another point that they will ask. Please make a note of it. Okay. Now see what I'm going to do. I hope you have completed, right? Shall I move on to the problems?
Yes.
Now listen. So find the coordinates of the focus axis the equation of the directrix and lattice rectum of the parabola y square is equal to 8x. So solution here is given parabola is y square is equal to 8x. So comparing with y square is equal to 4x, we can say 4a is equal to 8, which implies a is equal to 2. Now tell me guys, what is the focus point a comma 0 implies s of 2 comma 0 because a is 2. What is the axis? So y square is equal to 4x is like this. What will be the axis? It is the x-axis. X-axis means y is equal to 0. Equation of directrix. So what is the equation of directrix here? X is equal to minus a, which implies x is equal to minus a is 2. Now what will be the lattice rectum, guys? Lattice rectum is 4a, just now we derived.
8.
It is 8. Just the coefficient of x will be the answer. So did you understand? These are the types of questions that will come. Right? Make a note of this.
So axis will always be y equal to 0, no, sir?
No. It is for this parabola. It is here y square is equal to 8x. No. For this parabola, it is y is equal to 0.
Could you explain how we can identify whether it's 0 or...
I'll tell you. So I did this problem only because till now I have taught you what is y square is equal to 4x. I have not explained the other parabolas, right? I'll explain it now. You will understand.
Okay, sir.
Just give me 10 minutes time, you will understand. Okay? Now see. See, if I have a leftward parabola, okay, so it is going to be like this. For a leftward parabola, right, what will be the focus? The focus will be minus a comma 0, and the directrix will be x is equal to a. The vertex is still 0 comma 0. Because yesterday I told you one important point. What is it? With respect to a parabola, the focus will always lie on the concave side and the directrix will always lie on the convex side. So what will be the equation of this parabola? Y square is equal to minus 4x. Okay. So how can we derive this? The same logic again. I'm not going to derive, but I'll give you the idea. If you want, you can try it. If you take any point P, x comma y on the curve, then the distance between the point and this P and this distance is m. So we know that SP is equal to PM, right? When you use that logic and solve, you will get y square is equal to 4x. In this case, what is the vertex? Vertex is still 0 comma 0. Focus minus a comma 0. Directrix x is equal to a. Then what about the lattice rectum? The lattice rectum in this case also will be 4a. Are you guys able to understand? Yes or no? Okay. This is all about a leftward parabola. So what about the axis of this? Here also still y is equal to 0 only. Got it? See. Similarly, you will have an upward parabola. So upward parabola will look like this. Okay. So this point will be the focus. Now you guys tell me what will be the focal point. Yes.
0, A.
That's right. So it will be 0, A. What will be the equation of directrix?
E equal to A.
Y is equal to minus A. Because this point is again origin. So it's very simple to remember. So wherever you have the concave side, that side put the focus. The focal point will always be at a distance of A from the vertex. And for all the concepts that we are discussing, the vertex is always origin. So exactly on the other side of the origin, so exactly on the other side of the curve, the directrix will be present at the same distance, A. So it will be y is equal to minus A. So again, tell me, what is the vertex?
0, 0.
Focus 0, A. Directrix y is equal to minus A. Axis
X equal to 0, sir, here.
Now you got your doubt cleared.
Yes,
So it
sir.
is not y is equal to 0 always. Depending on the nature of the parabola, the axis will also change. Okay.
But value will always remain 0, sir, for either X or Y in axis.
Yes, that has to be no. X equal to 0 means y-axis. Don't look at it like 0. Don't look at it like a number. Y is equal to 0 means x-axis. Because on x-axis, if you take any point a comma 0, b comma 0, any point will have the y-coordinate be 0. That is the meaning of y is equal to 0.
Okay, sir, understood, sir.
Yeah. So latus rectum here also is 4a. Same logic. Okay. Using the same context, you guys tell me what will be the equation of downward parabola. So the upward parabola's equation I have not given. The upward parabola's equation will be x square is equal to 4ay. Again, how you derive? Take any point x comma y. SP will be equal to PM. Use that logic, you will get the answer. Similarly, you have a downward parabola. You tell me what will be the equation. X square will
minus 4a.
That's it. Derivation part, I'm leaving it to you. You can try it. If you don't get, you can approach me. So what will this point be? 0 comma minus a. This point is 0 comma 0. This point will be y is equal to a. Got it? So x square is equal to minus 4a. Again, vertex, focus, directrix, axis, latus rectum. So what is the vertex?
0, 0.
0 comma 0. Focus 0 comma minus a. Directrix y is equal to plus a. Axis x equal to 0. Latus rectum is still 4a. Okay. So these are all the important points which you need to make a note of. If there is any doubt, get it clarified. If anyone is not clear with anything, you can ask. Don't worry whether it is a valid doubt or invalid doubt. You ask, we will discuss. Okay. So I assume everyone is clear. So I'm proceeding to the next. Problem. See. Find the equation of the parabola whose focus is 2 comma 0 and directrix is x is equal to minus 2. So you take the axis. So focus will always lie on the axis. the focal point itself will tell you how you are supposed to consider the axis. The focus says y is equal to 0, means x-axis. This is 2, 0. Focus always lies on the concave side, and this is x is equal to -2. So what is the answer, guys? You can tell me directly. So since the focus is on positive x-axis and directrix is on negative x-axis, what can we conclude? It's a rightward parabola. So what is the equation of rightward parabola? Y square is equal to 4x, which implies y square is equal to 4 into, what is the value of 4 into
2.
2 into x. So y square is equal to 8x. That's it. Okay. I'm moving on to the next problem. So if you want time to copy, please let me know, or else I'll assume that you have copied it. I'll move on. Example. Find the equation of parabola with vertex 0, 0 and focus at 0, 2. 0, 2 is a point on
Positive y-axis.
positive y-axis. So covering that, draw a parabola. So it's an upward parabola. Vertex is 0, 0. So required equation is what?
X square equal to 8x.
Very good. X square is equal to 4ay. Since a is equal to 2, substituting here, x square will be equal to 8y. That's it. See, in this exercise, the problems are very, very, very simple. Okay. X square is equal to 8y.
I have a doubt.
Yeah, tell me.
You can directly find out it using only focus, no, sir. Why they given vertex?
No, vertex is important. See, the parabola which has the vertex at origin is only going to tell you. What
Okay.
if, see, though you don't have it in syllabus in your CBSE, but in higher level they can ask you, what if this is the focus 0, 2 with respect to a point which is 0, -1? Then 0, -1 is the vertex. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, in CBSE, in your NCRT, you have all the parabolas whose vertex is origin. But in reality, it is not necessary that every parabola in this world will have its vertex only at origin.
It can be anything, sir.
It can be anything. It can be anywhere. You can think of a parabola like this, where this point is 2, 3, and this point is 4, 5. 4, 5 is the focus. 2, 3 is the vertex. Because what did I say vertex is? Vertex is the point of intersection of the axis and the curve. It can be in any shape. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir. Understood.
Got it? Yeah. All these things you don't have in syllabus, so you need not worry about it.
Okay, sir.
So next one, guys. Find the equation of a parabola which is symmetric about the y-axis and passes through the point 2, -3. So find the equation of a parabola which is symmetric about y-axis. So when we say symmetric about y-axis, it can either be, so we can narrow down to two conclusions. It can either be an upward parabola or it can be a downward parabola. But out of these two, there is only one condition that is possible. Who will decide that? How will you decide that? According to the given question, are they talking about upward or downward? You can decide that if you look at the point through which it is passing. So the point through which the parabola is passing belongs to which quadrant?
Fourth quadrant.
So it is fourth quadrant, right? When you take this as the origin, now you guys tell me which one is right. Out of, sorry?
Downward, sir.
That's right. So the explanation which I'm going to give you is, I hope everyone is clear, right? The solution for this is, since the parabola is symmetric about y-axis and passing through 2 comma minus 3, a point in which quadrant? Fourth quadrant, implies it's a downward parabola. Hence, the required equation will be, what will be the required equation, guys? X square is equal to minus 4ay. Right? Since 2 comma minus 3 is a point on it, take 2 comma minus 3 and substitute it here. So 2 square is equal to minus 4 into a into y is minus 3. So what will be the value of a? So 4 and 2 square will get cancelled. A will be equal to 1 by 3, which implies x square is equal to minus 4 by 3 times y is the required equation of the parabola. If you observe this question, actually it is only 2 steps. I wrote so many lines for you to understand. Yeah. Clear? So going to the next problem. So you guys tell me, y square is in each of the following exercises 1 to 6, find the coordinates of the focus, axis of the parabola, equation of directrix, and length of the lattice rectum. Solution. So comparing with what? Y square is equal to 4x. Four a will be 12, so a will be 3. Right. So what is the equation of directrix? Oh, they have asked. We'll go in the order. Focus 3 comma 0. Axis y is equal to 0. Directrix x equal to minus 3. Length of lattice rectum 4a, that is 12. Okay. Clear? So I'm moving on to the next problem. X square is equal to 6y. x square is equal to 4ay, which implies 4a is equal to 6. A will be 3 by 2. Focus. Tell me, what is the focus? 0, comma
3 by
3 by 2. Axis y is equal to 0. Directrix y is equal to minus 3 by 2. Latus rectum 6. Actually, it will be 6 units because you're talking about length. Moving on to the next problem. So y square is equal to minus 8x. So y square is equal to minus 4x. 4a will be equal to 8. Focus is minus 2, comma 0. Axis y is equal to 0. Directrix x equal to 2. Latus rectum 8. So this one, do it as homework. 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 So let's do this problem. So we need to find the equation of parabola whose focus is 6, comma 0. So focus lies on x-axis, so 6, comma 0. So there should be a parabola with a concave side covering the focus, and x is minus 6. This is the directrix. Solution. Required equation of parabola is what? Y square is equal to 4x. What is the value of a, guys? A is 6. Take this and substitute here. Y square will be equal to 24x. Okay. So what they actually would expect is, if they are asking for higher marks, if they're asking the same question for 4 marks, generally they will not do it, but if they want to give it for 4 marks, then you have to do what we did for the proof. You need to consider a general point P, measure this distance and this distance, equate them, and then solve. You should get y square is equal to 24x. But if they ask this for 1 mark, you can directly write it. Next, focus is 0, comma minus 3. Focus is 0, comma minus 3. Directrix is y is equal to 3. So what is the answer? X square is equal to minus 4ay. So x square is equal to minus 4 into a into y. See, one common mistake. Here, since it is minus 3, many of them will take a is equal to minus 3. No. Minus a is minus 3. So a is 3 only. Okay, don't do that mistake. This is right. Clear? So vertex is 0, comma 0 and the focus is 3, comma 0. So vertex is 0, comma 0 and the focus is 3, comma 0. So it should be a rightward parabola. Y square is equal to 4x. So y square is equal to 4 into a is 3 into. So y square is equal to 12x is the answer. Next question. Y square is equal to minus 4x. So y square is equal to minus 4 into a is 2 into x. So y square will be equal to minus 8x. Eleventh one. Find the equation of parabola whose vertex is 0, 0 and it is passing through 2, 3 and the axis is along x-axis. So its axis is x-axis, vertex is 0, 0 and it is passing through 2, 3. So it should belong to first quadrant and fourth quadrant. So what will be the required equation of parabola? Y square is
Y
equal
square
to
equal to 4a.
Since it passes through 2, 3, substitute that point there. So 9 is equal to 4 into a into 2, which implies a is equal to 9 by 8. Okay. So equation will be what? Y square is equal to 4 into ax. So y square is equal to 9 by 2 times x. Okay. One last problem. 12th. Vertex is 0, 0 and it passes through 5, 2 and is symmetric with respect to y-axis. Vertex is 0, 0. So it belongs to which quadrant? 5, 2 belongs to first quadrant. So it should be, yes, it should be an upward parabola. This point is 5, 2 and this point is 0, 0. X square is equal to 4ay. So x square is equal to 4 into O. Since it passes through 5, 2, take this point and substitute it here. So 5 square is equal to 4a into 2, which implies a will be 25 by 8. So what will be the required equation? X square will be equal to 4 into a is 25 by 8 into y, which implies x square is equal to 25 by 2 times y. So was this easy or not?
Yes.
So this is how NCERT problems are for parabola. So we will try few problems from miscellaneous also. Can leave this question. Leave this also because these are all physics-based questions. All these are physics-based only. These are not there in your syllabus. We cannot do. Okay. So I will just give outline about the next conic. I'll just have a brief introduction about it. Okay. So I'm not going to show you the derivation and all. I'll just give you an outline. The next conic that we are going to talk about is ellipse. Okay. So what is the shape that I've drawn here? It is a circle, right? So the shape that I've drawn here is a circle where the circle has center 0, 0 and it has radius along x direction and y direction to be of the same value. Okay. If the circle is elongated in this way, you're able to observe that the shape has changed. Right? So initially it was circular, now it has become an oval shaped figure. So what changes are actually occurring? The distance from this point 0, 0 to the points where the curve was initially meeting, right? To the points where the curve was initially meeting has actually changed. So what has happened is, see, so this was the case, right? I'm going to write it for your reference. This will be a comma 0 and 0 comma a. Now if I take this, so what has changed? Take the red color dot as the reference.
A comma 0 has changed.
Yes. So here a comma 0 has changed. In reality, what will happen is, see, it looks something like this. So you're able to understand. This point
Yes,
will be minus a comma 0, where this a and this a are not the same. Initially, whatever I've considered, I'll call it as radius. Initially, what I'll call it as r. If I call it as r, then what would have been the initial coordinates? 0 comma r, and this point will be r comma 0. Right. Now, what has happened is the shape itself has changed in such a way that you have a different length along x-axis, which is called as major axis, and you have a different length along y-axis, which is called as the minor axis. That is, if you take a circle and compress it on top, compress it on the top and the bottom, you will get a shape like this. So this is a horizontal ellipse, right? Are you guys able to understand? So there is a major axis and minor axis. This distance is called as semi-major axis, and this distance is called as semi-minor axis. Okay. Now observe. Again, I have a circle, let's say of radius r. So if this point is 0, 0, this coordinate is r, 0, and this coordinate is 0, r. Now observe, I'm trying to elongate it along the y direction and compress it along the x direction. You're able to observe the difference in shape. Now, this is also called as ellipse, but this is called as vertical ellipse. Okay, this point was minus r, 0, and this point would have been 0, r. Right. So with respect to the initial points, those have changed, so that this point here will be 0, b, and here it will be 0, minus b. Similarly, here it will be 0, b, here it will be 0, minus b. Okay, and here it will be a, 0, and here it will be minus a, 0. Now tell me guys, which one is called as the major axis and which one is called minor axis?
The vertical part is major axis and
So this is called as
horizontal
the,
one is minor.
that's it. So this is called as major axis, and the horizontal one will be called as the minor axis. Okay. So this is the outline of ellipse. I've actually not got into any of the concepts. So what I'm trying to say is anything that is, if you take a circle and compress it one of the sides, such that one side it will get compressed, the other side it will get elongated, so that you get an oval shape either horizontally or vertically, is what is called as an ellipse. Okay. And the general equation of ellipse is x squared by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. Why this has come, we will see it in the next class with all the parts of it. Okay. Next class, I will explain how it has come, and I will explain you all the derivation steps also, because if I start, it take easily it will take 25 minutes. Got it? So that is the third shape, that is ellipse. Okay. So tell me guys, is there any other doubt from today's class that we discussed?
No, sir.
So just
So,
wait
sir,
for a
that's
minute.
the equation, sir.
Which
Equation
one?
of an ellipse.
This one.
Yes,
It
sir.
is the equation of an ellipse. Yes, it is the equation.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. How it has come, we will see it in the next class. Okay. So this is the general equation. Just wait, don't leave.